Pacifica Health Talanoa, proudly brought to you by Pacific Heartbeat at the Heart Foundation.
Malo lelei, talofa lava, kia orana, ni sambula, taloha ni, whakalofalahi atu. It is great to be here in the studio in 2020. It is our first Pacifica Health Talanoa today. So to all of you out there, happy 2020, though we are halfway through January, so it's not quite Happy New Year, but it is Mafi Funaki Tahifote here from Pacific Heartbeat at the Heart Foundation, and it is my pleasure that we've got in the studio today our Judith Ioane, and I'll pass it on to her to do a bit of introduction and her joining in with us today.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Matthew. Thank you.
Welcome.
So I am here today to share my journey. As last year I partaked in the CPPN course.
CPPN, what does that stand for? Is that CPPN? Is it?
You're going to put me on the spot. Okay, we're going to do this. It's a certificate in, is it proficiency? In Pacific Nutrition.
Yeah.
And I did that course last year, and the reason being was purely out of the fact I had a desire to learn nutrition. I didn't know where to start.
Right.
And it was a blessing that I was on my computer, this email popped through, and it was from the Heartbeat, Pacific Heartbeat, saying if there was, people interested in taking this role. So I just felt like that was a sign, and I enrolled, and glad I did.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great that you joined in with other people from your class as well as another class end of last year in your graduation, as you were talking that you had completed the certificate of proficiency in Pacific Nutrition. It is delivered with AUT. It's an AUT certificate, though the delivery was from Pacific Heartbeat team from the Heart Foundation. And it was great to see the class coming together and to hear the stories that you had in terms of your experience in completing the course, and thought, well, that was a contained small amount of people in the room, but if you could share your journey and what got you to be doing the course, and what happened during the course, the learnings you got out of it, what was it like for you?
To be completely honest, I thought I had I thought I was competent when it came to nutrition. That's probably the Maoli side of me, thinking I know it all. But what I learnt and what was being shared, I realized it was easy enough for me to take it home and practice those teachings, not with just myself, but my family, my tamariki, with my husband as well. So with my husband, he's of Niuean and Cook Island descent.
Right.
So that's what gravitated me towards this course, because it had a Pacific kind of vibe, I guess you could call it. And so that meant that the information that I received, it was explained in a way that I could explain it at home. It might sound, like, no, that makes no sense. But when you break it down, Māori and Pacific Islanders, we love learning, and love learning through our hands and stuff like that. We're doers. That's how I've learned. That's how my husband works. So that's what gravitated me towards the course. So things like, it taught me also that my portion control wasn't perhaps the best.
So portion, you're talking about the how much, and amounts. So if it was, say, this plate size, not that one,
yes. So it was like being a wife, and to serve my husband, I would give him what I felt, from love. It came from a good place, that I would feed him what he deserved to be fed, more than he should steak, a Scotch eye fillet that should only be like a palm size in the thickness, but I'll give him 2, sizes when it shouldn't,
So that was helpful for you in terms of
Yes.
portion, that if it was
Yes.
meat, it would be the palm.
Yes, and also the thickness.
And the thickness as well. When you're looking at the palm, it's the
Yes.
thick. So you're going to be blessed if you've got a thicker.
Yes, and he loved that too. That was one thing he.
Yeah, because
Well,
comparing
yeah,
our palms,
That's right.
is slightly different.
That's right. That's right. And his hand is much bigger than mine, so he thought he was winning, but
Yeah. So use your own hand, not
yes,
that
use
of
your
the
own
other
hand.
person's.
Yeah. And that was really good too, because I couldn't. At the beginning, I didn't know. I thought a serving was, the same size as everybody else's. So
Right.
with the course, it taught me even I can apply those methods to my children
Right.
as well, for my little toddlers, because I've got a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old that I have to think about when I'm preparing my kai, making sure I don't, prepare too much when
Yeah.
it's not necessary.
And force them to finish their food.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So that's portion control. I will take that. I certainly overfed my family once upon a time, but just being educated and taking that back home with me was really good, was helpful.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
And if it's talking about vegetables like our broccoli, our cauliflower, lettuce, carrots and so forth, you can actually then do the 2 hands
Yes.
and fill those up.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
in terms of amount.
with the challenges I did come across was because I had introduced this way of lifestyle.
Yes.
My husband was like, okay, I've got this small piece of meat, so what am I going to add with it? I was like, don't worry about it, I can so I did. It was like using your 2 hands, like receiving a gift, and you'd fill that up with vegetables. And something that resonates a lot with is what Sue said. It was filling it up with vegetables that grow at the top, from the top of the soil.
Yeah,
So
not the ones that goes under into the roots, like our taro,
Yeah, and our
kumara,
Yes.
yeah, potatoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with that, we weren't told we couldn't eat them.
Yes.
Instead, it was again just back to the basics, and it's just portion control. So those ones would be like a fist for like your carbohydrates, because that's what kumara and taro and all that are considered as, is a carbohydrate. So we were told that a serving size is a fist size. So that was easy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the learning style, and also how it was taught that was really good for you during the course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So so you've had the course and you graduated last year. Any further sort of sharing and tips that you've put and applied across? You talked about your family, but there were other avenues that you were
So
getting into?
Yeah. So because I'm quite a hip mum.
Oh, yes.
I decided what I ended up doing was so I took it home, prepared our meals from home and all that kind of thing. I then started sharing it on my private page, on my Facebook page. And what I was receiving was like messages from family about, wow, these are really great meals and everything like that, and they were encouraging me and wanting to know more.
Yeah. So you'd actually prepare a meal, say for example for dinner.
Yes.
And put it on your plate, and you'll take an image of that and post it on your Facebook page, your private one.
Yes.
And did you have a message with it?
Yeah. So what I would be like a teacher, I guess.
Yes.
And I would seriously look at my notes that I had used from the night before when I was doing my course. I would go over it, and I would just explain, okay, this is what protein's about, what protein does for you, and all that kind of thing. I spoke about our heart as well, and the benefits and the work that it does. So why not fill it with the fuel that it deserves and all that kind of thing. So it was a little bit of motivation with a bit of fun facts, as well as a picture to just kind of make it a bigger thing.
fantastic. And you're actually creating people to talk about it,
Yes.
to have some questions around.
Yes.
That is really awesome. And
Yeah.
people are online with Pacifica communities because you're a hip mum, as you say, eh?
My
it's
son's
really
probably
good.
frowning right now.
So you took it home and then wider through your online private Facebook page.
Yeah. And then I thought I would make it bigger. So I created, which is now in work in progress, a program called K is for Kai. And
Chaos for Kai.
K is for Kai.
K is for
You know,
Kai.
like A is for apple?
Yeah.
I did like
Yeah,
K is for Kai. And the reason being was because I wanted to keep my Facebook page private,
Yes.
but reach out to people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I am actually here to serve. You know, and that's something I learnt being at the courses, that being around like-minded people, they're genuinely there to help others. So I wanted to reach out to more people, so I created Cares for Kai.
Yeah. So anyone can go online on Facebook and
Absolutely.
just search it and come and like your page and share and and talk and talanoa kōrero
Absolutely.
around. Yeah.
It was just, if I think about it, it was simply just me being a mum sharing my meals that I would prepare.
Yeah.
And I used also the $15 challenge, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah. So I started preparing meals that were $15 that would feed for my family, which was 2 adults and 4 kids, 3 to 4 kids on a given day kind of thing.
And this is a Pacifica Maori family.
Yes.
And people are going, oh my gosh, portion size, you're not going to be able to feed me and make me makona maonga with that. But you said no.
No.
And it's affordable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's quite cheap. So you can actually save money from
eating,
from any healthy and put that aside for nuts, uniform, things like that.
And I mean, it's just what I relied heavily on was seasonal fruits and vegetables, and seasonal fruit and vegetables, going to like the local butchers as opposed to like the supermarkets, to get my meats and all that kind of thing, going to the flea markets as well on the Saturday, head off to Mangere. So it was just being a lot more proactive, I guess, when it came to meal planning and all that kind of thing. So that was really good. Yeah.
That's awesome, because a lot of the times if we don't think before we do things, we can easily get sucked into all the promotions that are out there for us to be purchasing foods and things that are not quite so good for us. And you're finding that you can still have some cheap foods and still good for you.
I'm totally about home brands. I don't know if anyone knows that line, but you know, it gives me the wholemeal bread that my family need to eat and stuff like that. So
this is the cheaper type of brand.
You got your tip top, and then you got in my pantry the home brand.
And they're just as good.
Just as good.
Just as good, or probably even better.
I haven't actually checked the food label on that one, but yes.
So that's awesome. So that's something you learned from the course, as to how do you read food packages and so forth and decide which one do I go for.
Yes.
But,
so it gave me the opportunity to look at foods just with a bit more detail. And I used to laugh at people that I would pass in the supermarket that would be taking their time, and I'm like, what are they doing? And you'd get close and they're actually reading the label, and I used to like, what are they doing? Whatever. But
just
now
look at the picture and the image and
it looks pretty, it's good. But no, there's a reason behind that madness. Knowledge is power at the end of the day. And now that I have that gift, I want to share that with people.
It's amazing journey.
And
I know that you've been a really busy hip mum, but you're actually saying that you can, even with the business around our Pacific families, Māori families, that we can actually take that knowledge as power and make it work.
Absolutely. We are hard workers, and we prepare things for our families to the best of our knowledge at the time and all that kind of thing. What we need to do now is take back that power that we relied heavily on the system, and be able to make conscious decisions when it comes to preparing our kai. We don't need to rely on that. Can I say KFC and McDonald's and stuff?
We don't really have to rely on food outlets
Yeah, you
to
know
actually
what I mean?
be the cooks for us and make the decision for...
Our nanas and papas prepared our meals before and all that kind of thing.
True.
So, it's just taking back that power that we deserve for our children and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a good time at the beginning of the year to be talking about that and making it lifestyle habits. Be part of our norm. That is our normal.
Absolutely. Well, we were warriors. We were like, look at me. I'm preaching that.
Still are. And I know that we are coming down to, time is there, but I'm really excited with your story, and people can link in to you on Facebook with K for Kai.
Absolutely.
Also link into our Pacific Heartbeat Facebook page. Hello to everyone who's online at the moment. It's awesome to have you on board. But this course will be having intakes this year, so if they're interested, because you were saying that an email came through, but you can hop online to search for the certificate of proficiency in Pacific Nutrition, or just a Pacific Nutrition course, and they can enroll in the next course. I know we are in Tokoroa in March, and in our program we're going to be in Auckland from June, so Lincoln online, but also there's opportunities for people to come and have knowledge as power.
Yeah, it's great. Honestly, you won't be disappointed. You would probably perhaps feel a bit whakama, a bit shy, because like I said, I walked in. I wasn't one that had that nutrition background or anything like that. I was simply just a mum wanting to know more. But the environment, the teachers are amazing. They were cool. They just made you feel part of something, and that's what we're good at. We're good around our numbers.
Our collective.
Well,
we are at the end of the program. Do you have if one thing you'd want to actually leave with everybody hearing this talanoa, Pacifica Health talanoa, what would that be? And
if you're interested in nutrition, definitely reach out to the team, Mafia and the team. It's a bigger journey what you're encountering. It's going to open your eyes up, especially if you're wanting to serve people. That's what we're all about. That's what
serve.
That's what the course gravitates towards, people like that want to serve. And if food is your thing, like me, I love kai.
Kai is all about us, Pacifica. Well, thank you so much again, Judith, from all of us. We are just so humbled that you've actually taken the time out to share your story, and good on you, and all the best, and we are there for each other. To everybody on here, Muffy and Judith signing out. Have a good week ahead.
Thank you.
Hello.
You forgot one more thing, Muffy.
The $50
The $50 voucher.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I told you.
Yeah. So we are. We did. No, we did.
I wasn't going to let you off there, Daisy. Sorry, ladies.
Yes. Just a reminder. We did say at the beginning of the program that we do have a $50 Pack and Save gift voucher, and good that we've got Marlo behind there, just checking that. Straight after the program, we'll open the line for people to call through. To take that, so whoever shares a tip or something that Judith have shared, then that person, that fourth caller, will win the prize. So from all of us, we'll sign off and we'll take it offline in terms of who that winner is. Nice. To put into action the challenge that if they can feed a lot more in the $50 gift voucher. Thank you so much, and malo opito to ofatu.
Pacifica Health Talanoa, proudly brought to you by Pacific Heartbeat at the Heart Foundation.